Hello everybody, it's Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for a new simple stamping card. Guys, simple stamping is all about minimal supplies, being able to use what you hopefully already have on hand, or just a way to get you started if you're brand new to card making. So let me share the card we're going to create today. Super easy. We used a little bit of designer series paper. We used one stamp set and just a couple, three actually ink pads. But let me show you the stamps that I used because it's one I hadn't used for a long time. I don't know why, because it was always a favorite. Look at all those sentiments. Oh my goodness. This is a really great stamp set if you're a brand new stamper just getting started. But look, you've got a flower and you've got a stem and you've got a leaf, and then you've got that great watercolor wash and all those sentiments. That means this stamp set's going to give you a lot of different card options just with one stamp set. But I say we get started creating today's card. Let's go over to the stamp table and get to stamping. My cardstock today is in Berry Burst. I have that cut at 4 1/4 inch by 11 inches, and then it is scored at 5 1/2 inches. I have a piece of Lemon Lime Twist Designer Series paper. This is from the 2017-2019 In Color collection. I thought that one looked very nice. I have 2 pieces of Whisper White. For my front focal image, that piece is cut 2 1/2 inches by 3 1/2 inches. And this piece is totally optional if you want to add a piece here on the inside. I have mine cut 3 3/4 inch by 5 inches. I have a piece of the Berry Burst ruffled ribbon. I've got about 5 inches of that, but I did want to share with you, if you didn't have that ribbon, you could also bring in a piece, just a little tiny strip of Berry Burst cardstock, and that is 3 inches by 1/4 inch. So either one of those are going to make the card look adorable. I have 3 ink pads today, and all 3 of these colors, sadly, will be retiring at the end of May. So I'm kind of having my last ditch effort to play with some of my favorite colors because Berry Burst and Lemon Lime Twist by far have been some of my favorites. And then we're also going to bring in the powder pink. We will start with our Berry Burst, and we're going to start with that grape flower. Let's ink that up, and we're going to stamp that kind of right here at the top in the center. I'll come in with my Lemon Lime Twist, and let's do the stem here on the side, about right there. And then we have some leaves that we can just add to our stem. That just kind of fills things in. And then with the powder pink, this is where we're going to add that really great little watercolor wash. So let's ink that, and watch this. We're just gonna stamp it, boom. Now give that just a minute to dry. That pink is actually going to come out a little bit lighter here in just a minute. Now, as I said, a ton of sentiments in this stamp set. Now, on my original, I did a graduation card because my daughter Jenny is a senior this year and she has friends that are graduating, and I wanted to have a simple card she could give to a friend. But for today's card, I thought I would say, "You are my sunshine." And yes, I love that these words are separated so that I could stamp them in different colors, but I'm going to tell you, today we're going to go all Berry Burst. So we'll start with "You Are My," and we'll stamp that right there. Now we can come in with "Sunshine" and come right underneath. All right, that part is done. Let's go ahead and stamp the inside. And as I said, the inside of the card is optional, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and stamp it. So let's go, about right here in the middle, over there on the right side. We'll add our stem, a couple leaves, the watercolor wash, and for this one, I decided to say, "Love you." So the inside of my card is done. The outside is done. It's time to put our card together. Remember, I said the inside was optional, but I think it does look really nice. We'll add that there. Now, I said we had 2 different ways we could decorate the bottom of this card. So we can add our little strip of cardstock, which I will do, but I want to show you how I did the ribbon. If you want to add that, let me bring this in. You see we have a little knot here. I'm going to put a knot here on the end of my ribbon. And when you knot that, you do want to kind of keep it over to one side. So I have probably about, a fingertip worth right there on the end. That's my technical term. That's my great way of measuring. Now, what you would do here is you would just adhere this. Let me lift this up. You would just adhere this to the back of the designer series paper. All right. And you can do that with some snail or some mini glue dots, whichever one. But let's go ahead and add the strip just so we have something a little different. Before I add that, I am going to go ahead and add my focal image because I want to make sure I center up whether I use the ribbon or that strip of cardstock. So let's add our focal image here at the top. We're going to center it on the 3 sides. Now I can take that strip or the ribbon, either one, but that's going to allow me to line that up right where I need it to be. I think everything looks better when it has dimension. And guys, Stampin' Dimensionals are one of my favorites. They're very affordable. I can go a little crazy with them and I don't have to worry about it costing me a lot. There's 300 in a package, goodness, so they just kind of keep going and going. We're gonna peel these backings away and then we'll add that to the left side of our card. Now, if you want to step it up one more notch, I love bling. So I'm going to bring in some of my rhinestones. I like to use my take your pick tool to pick them up, just makes them a little easier. But we're going to add a rhinestone to the center of our flower, and then we'll take some of these smaller ones and we're going to add 3. Everything looks better when it's done in 3s. And we're going to add 3 rhinestones here down the side of our card. And there we go. So yes, you can add that ribbon and that is super sweet that way. If you didn't have that ribbon, just a nice little strip kind of polishes off the bottom of the card, but the rhinestones I think really make the card adorable. Now, obviously, color combinations can go crazy. Our berry burst, our lemon lime twist, and that powder pink will be retiring at the end of May. So it's May 2019. Sad to see those go because they are favorites of mine. But guys, color combinations go crazy. The designer series paper you use, have some fun. Have some creative time coming up with color combinations that you love. I think you're going to love creating this card though. I really do. So be sure to give this one a try. Now, if you want to see more details about the card, head over to simplysimplestamping.com. Just look for the April 20th, 2019 blog post. That's where you're going to find the supplies I use, the measurements for the card, and all the things that you need. I'll have some photos of both cards for you too. So if you need to have that visual in front of you while you stamp, you can find it right there. Also, if you'd love to get that Sunshine Saying stamp set, be sure to go there to the website. You're going to see a photo of it. Click a pic. It'll take you right to my online store and you can order what you need right there. Guys, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator if you don't already have one. Again, simplysimplestamping.com. You'll find all the details right there. Thank you so much for being here today. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. I always appreciate that. And if you liked what you saw, be sure to subscribe, and that way YouTube gives you notifications whenever I'm back with a new video. All right, my friends, that is all for me today. Create something amazing today and make it a great one. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.